This is how I was inspired to make this little collection of cohesive and beautiful fabric wearable art brooches. I chose my materials very carefully, but I was inspired by vignettes. This is my little list of things that I wanted to do when I first decided to make the collection. So I started by making some templates. I wanted them to be fairly rough shapes, but also to add a set of these to do different types of them so that I was able to play around with the orientation and the layout of each of them. So I tried several different ones of these. I actually cut out 3 sets and made 3 different layouts. I then went on to choose my colour scheme. I knew which colours roughly I wanted to use, but I decided on 3 different colour schemes and then decided to choose my materials. So I went about assembling a set of 3 bags with the 3 colour choices that I decided on. And I decided to go with the lovely teal and the turquoise and that gorgeous gold yellow because it looks so sunny and gorgeous. Now I'm using predominantly recycled old clothing scraps, but also some felt scraps, some beads, and also some sashiko thread because I wanted to add a little bit of neutral colour in there as well. So for this one I chose sort of an off-white colour. I'm using here a little beading needle because I have learned through experience that you need to check that your needle will go through the beads before you add them. I'm finishing this collection off, so I'm adding the beads to these 2 little vignette brooches that are left, and I'm sewing in the beads using some normal stitching thread, and these are actually Swarovski crystals, but of course we're not allowed to say that anymore, are we? Because I bought these many years ago. They're probably technically vintage. So I'm adding these gorgeous sparkly citrine-colored shiny crystals to my creation, and I'm making sure that I'm using a little beading needle to add those on so that the needle doesn't get stuck in the hole of the bead. I also wanted to add a few extra little stitches because I think that's nice to add a little bit of extra detail to each of the brooches. So this was very much a relaxing, slow stitching project for me as well. And a lot of joy and love went into these, a lot of good thoughts and a lot of calm energy has been infused in these lovely little brooches. Of course, you don't have to use them as brooches. You could, of course, pop them into little frames and have them framed as little wall art as well, or desk art as an alternative. But I think wearable art is quite fun, and if you like a statement piece, I think these will look absolutely gorgeous. Make sure that my beads are well anchored down. So to add a little bit of detail on top, I'm using the sashiko thread. It's really strong, but it's quite thick, so I did have to change my needle to a larger eye needle. And interesting, it's quite difficult to sew through some of this jersey sometimes. I think when you're doing it on the sewing machine, you use a ball needle, a stretch needle, but I had some embroidery needles which had a large enough eye and used that. I do have some sashiko needles as well, but I think I used a normal embroidery needle for this. And with so many layers of fabric and the stretched jersey, it can be a little bit tough to get through the fabric. So I added a few little French knots there to add a little bit of detail to the front of them. It's very much intuitive sewing for me. It's like when I'm doing some doodling, I spend some time being in the zone and then basically doing as I please. I do what my hands tell me to do and then let all my cares wash away as I'm sewing or as I'm doodling. So for the backing, I'm using the templates that I cut out, and I'm using a really thick recycled board for this. So it's a card, but it's really thick. So it's a little bit like mount board, but it's recycled. And it's really tough, so it makes a really good backing for this sort of thing. Plus it's very environmentally friendly. And I'm going to sew around my little oval there using a straight stitch, quite a long stitch length. And then I'm pulling that tight to pull it around the base, that little template of card. And then on the back I'll stitch those little edges a little bit closer to make sure that it's well adhered to the back. And then popping the template in the back there, making sure it's nice and snug and that all of the stitching is on the front that I want to be seen, and then pulling that sashiko thread and pulling it nice and tight around there. I did have to be careful because as I was tugging it, it was easy to tear that fabric. so I had to make sure that I was more gentle with that. So that's all of them on the backing, and then what I did was add some little pieces of felt to cover that stitching. I actually glued that on. I also then went in with a triple whammy and did some blanket stitch all the way around as well to give it that lovely home stitched look. And then I went in and stitched on my little brooch backs, but also added a little bit of felt over the top of those brooch backs. And that's it, it's all done. So if you enjoyed seeing this, give me a thumbs up, and they'll be available in my Etsy shop. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, bye.